Hi coach, I weighed 101 kg today. This was a message that I received from a client on Sunday morning. This is the same client who was at 125 kgs and he has dropped his weight and came down to 98.5 kgs and has been consistent at 98.5 kgs from a few days. And he dropped me a text on Sunday morning that he is weighing 101 kgs. I replied him, the last update you have given me was on Thursday morning. No updates after that. What's going on? All good? Question mark. Then he replied, I had friends over at my place for my roommate's birthday. And there was party, alcohol, and lot of junk food going on from last 2 days. Also missed my workouts and sleep and steps haven't been great as well. I replied him with a simple text. Okay. Then he reported back on Wednesday morning saying, Hi coach, I am at 98.3 kgs today. The thing you told worked. Within just a span of 6 days, my friend, he gained 2.5 kgs and dropped 2.7 kgs. Do you think this is all body fat that has gone up and that has gone down? If you think this is all body fat, then I might have to correct you, my friend, but this is not body fat. This is weight. Okay. This is different than body fat. Okay. Weight loss and fat loss are different things. Majority of people are confused thinking that weight loss and fat loss are same, and this is where the entire weight loss industry is built upon, my friend. It preys on our insecurity of wanting instant results, instant gratifications, and keep on selling us with weight loss shakes, weight loss supplements, weight loss clothing, weight loss diets, weight loss workouts. And what happens is we drop weight initially slightly quickly, and that makes us believe in those products, thinking that these are the products that are helping us with fat loss. But it is not the case. Fat loss could make sure that we are weighing slightly less, but all of the weight loss is not fat loss. There is a slight confusion in here, and on that there is a billion-dollar industry that is built upon. And that's why I wanted to record this episode to discuss with you the difference between fat loss and weight loss, and how to drop body fat and weight on a predictable scale. Okay, because if you would be someone who tracks their body weight on a daily basis, you would observe that there are a few days when the body weight goes up, there are a few days when the body weight goes down, there are a few days when you do everything right, still the weight does not go down. Why does this happen, and how could we drop our body weight and body fat at a predictable scale so that it gives us peace of mind and also we don't get disappointed on the days the weight does not go down, because there are some reasons that are absolutely normal, and because of those the body weight does not go down, and that is absolutely normal. How to deal with those days, how to make sure that our weight loss and fat loss journey becomes predictable, what are the factors that affect weight gain, weight loss, and how to take a control over it. That is the topic of today's episode, my friend. As always, Vinay here, lecturer of exercise science at National Strength and Conditioning Association, India, a body transformation and performance coach, here to simplify your transformation and performance journey. And in today's episode, my friend, we are going to discuss all about fat loss versus weight loss and how to make sure to drop weight and body fat at a predictable scale. So the first thing to understand here is, my friend, weight loss and fat loss are not the same. Our body weight is just the amount of force that we are exerting on this planet Earth. That's it. If you, the same person as you are, how much you weigh today, if you just go in the outer space, suppose you go on the moon and you weigh yourself, you will weigh completely different. Okay, you would weigh a lot less. Does that change your health? Does that change the outlook that you look at yourself? Does that change your physique? Does that change your performance? Not at all. It is just that you weigh less. That's it. And weight at the end of the day does not even matter, my friend. Okay, has it ever happened with you that you went for a job interview and the interviewer was like, hello, hi Vinay, how much do you weigh? Has it ever happened with you? Or you went on a date and the person you are going on a date with has asked you, hello, nice to meet you, how much do you weigh? It does not happen like that, my friend. Weight has got no correlation whatsoever with anything in our life. It is just in our mind that we have correlated body weight with body fat, and that is creating a lot of problem. That is what is making us fall prey to a lot of the products, a lot of marketing, a lot of gimmicks out there in the market that are selling us weight loss, and we think it will help us with fat loss, and that's why we end up buying those. We end up falling a prey to all of these marketing gimmicks. Okay, so that is what body weight actually is. Body weight comprises of not just our body fat, but our skeleton, the entire bone, connective tissue, the entire thing. Okay, then it contains our organs, then it contains our blood plasma and all of the bodily fluid, then it contains all of our muscles and body fat. It is not just body fat that is weighing 70 kgs, 80 kgs, 100 kgs, whatever, or how much ever you are weighing at the moment. Okay, and out of all of these things, out of your organs, out of your blood, out of your muscles, out of your connective tissues, out of your organs, the only thing that we want to go down or reduce or cut down is the body fat. Okay, but if you are dropping a lot of weight and you are compromising on all of the other factors and not just the body fat, you would not actually get healthier when you drop weight. You would actually get unhealthy when you drop weight. You will lose muscle mass, you will lose bone mineral density, your blood plasma levels would go down, your organs would be at a compromised position, your hormones would be in a compromised position, and this weight loss would not actually be sustainable. And what would happen is your body would try to compensate for this once you are done with your dieting phase, and that's what leads to yo-yo dieting. What yo-yo dieting actually is we start with extreme restrictions. We stop eating a lot of things that would have made our dieting journey or transformation journey sustainable. We start doing hours and hours of cardio and everything, and we don't take expert advice, and then we also end up dropping weight. It isn't that we don't drop weight, but this weight doesn't entirely come from body fat. Majority of this comes from muscle mass, because we are not taking high protein diets, we are not strength training consistently, we are not supplying our body with enough nutrients to take care of all of the other activities or all of the other functions in our body. We end up dropping a lot of muscle mass, we end up dropping just a little bit of fat, but we end up damaging our metabolism, hormonal system, energy levels, digestion, sleep, the energy level throughout the day, and the entire quality of life. And then what happens is, once we reach our goals, once we get that feeling of satisfaction that now it is done, we again go back on eating entirely the same. The entire lifestyle goes back in the reverse direction, and this is where the body tries to compensate for everything that it has lost. But then again, we don't compensate by eating a lot of chicken, a lot of paneer, a lot of milk, eggs, a lot of fruits, veggies. What we end up doing is we end up eating a lot of pizzas, burgers, biryanis, and all of the sweets, snacks, chocolates, cakes, ice creams. And then we gain more fat than what we actually had in the first place. And we suppose we started the weight loss from 85 kgs, we went down at 65 kgs. After the yo-yo dieting, you would be at 95 kgs, you would be at 100 kgs. That is our body's way of super compensation. Okay, that is what creates problem, my friend. But on the other side, if we look at fat loss in our body, there are two kinds of fats. One is called as the subcutaneous fat, and the other one is called as the visceral fat. Okay, how our body is basically built is that we have a bone. Upon that bone there is a muscle, upon the muscle there is a layer of fat, and on that layer of fat there is the layer of skin. Okay, then the people who tell me that, especially females, that I want a toned body, I want a lean body, but I don't want to get bulky, I don't want to build muscle, I don't want to lift weights, I don't want to do strength training, and I don't want to go to the gym. You know what a lean, a toned body actually is? The physique of athletes, the physique of models, the physique of actors and actresses that we take inspiration from. You know what that actually is? That is higher muscle mass and lower amount of body fat, especially the subcutaneous body fats. When the subcutaneous body fat would go down, what would happen is the muscle that is there within would look better and bigger, and that would give us that lean and a toned look. Believe me, my friend, nobody ever becomes bulky like Arnold by chance. I've been working out from like 10 years now. I started working out after my 10th standard, and it's been almost 10 years now that I've been consistently working out, paying attention to my nutrition, paying attention to my exercise, and prioritizing all of these things. I've still not become Arnold. I've still not become bulky. If you would watch my pictures, if you would see me in real life, you would not think that this person is bulky. But once I remove my clothes and everything, I look like pretty decent. I've got a pretty decent physique now. So you will only get a very decent lean and a toned physique when you put on muscle mass and you drop body fat percentage. Okay, you would never put on muscle mass like Arnold unless and until you are taking steroids, unless and until you are taking drugs, unless and until you are taking something that is unnatural. That does not mean supplements. Okay, supplements, especially whey protein, creatine, these are the things that our body needs. These are essential nutrients for our body. Okay, these supplements don't make you Arnold. Okay, that's what. So we were on the topic of weight loss versus fat loss. We understood what weight actually is, how it is comprised of, and what role does it play. We were on the topic of fat. Okay, we have subcutaneous fat, and the most damaging part about the fat is the visceral fat. The visceral fat is the fat that is stored inside our body, just around our organs. You would see people with a like big belly and everything. That fat is especially very damaging. Okay, the fat around our organs is the fat that has shown in researches to be very harmful and leads to all of the comorbidities like hypertension, diabetes, and a lot of hormonal imbalances, insulin resistance, and heart attacks, leads to heart attacks, and all of these things. So that visceral fat is something that we should be very careful about and try to keep it at a lower position as much as we could. Okay, and to drop both of these kinds of fat, we cannot discriminate or differentiate between we just want to lose visceral fat or just want to lose subcutaneous fat. What fat actually is, when we were in the caveman era, we did not had access to fridge, food storage, Uber Eats, Swiggy, Zomato, and a lot of those things. We had to go out for hunt. We had to climb trees, mountains, and swim in rivers and oceans to get food for ourselves. And once we got food, we either got too much of food, or there were days when we did not get any food. So what our body started doing was, on the days that we had too much of food, we ate too much of food, the body started storing that extra energy from that food in the body itself as a form of body fat. So that on the days we do not have food, the body will use up that stored form of energy to fuel ourselves and to keep us alive. So body fat isn't just there for aesthetic reasons, it is there for a survival thing, my friend. Humans are made to survive in the most extremes of situations, and storing body fat is just one of those survival mechanisms. When we understand this, then we take the steps in the right direction. So now body fat is just the stored form of energy for us. Now if we have to use up this stored form of energy or reduce the body fat, what we have to do is we have to stay in a slight calorie deficit. When we stay in a calorie deficit, that time we don't get enough energy from the food that we are eating, but still we want more energy. Then what our body does is it uses all of the stored resources, stored fuel, and uses it for energy and supplies our body the fuel it needs, and that is how we burn body fat. That is what, my friend, we don't have to do anything excess, anything extreme, anything trendy. We don't need any supplements, nothing fancy stuff, my friend. This is as simple as that. Okay, the body would drop visceral fat, subcutaneous fat at a normal level. The body has a very good balancing mechanism. The body will do everything on its own. We cannot do a target fat reduction, we cannot do like reduction of just the arm fat, just the fat from the belly, just the fat from the side of the abdomen called as love handles, and everything from our hips, from our thighs. It does not happen like that, my friend. The body balances things out on its own, and it has a very good mechanism of doing so. So what could we do in order to make sure that the weight that we are losing is coming from body fat, and it is not just the everything else that we don't want to drop, everything else that we want to preserve? Okay, this is where we come on to the topic of the weight fluctuations and why the weight goes down on a few days and does not go down on a few days. Let's make this process very, very predictable. Now, when we are undergoing a body transformation journey, all of my clients, I recommend them to check their weight on a daily basis. Okay, why do we check the weight on a daily basis? And I am still saying you that the weight loss isn't a significant indicator of body transformation and everything. Does that make me sound like a hypocrite? If so, then I have an explanation for you. Okay, body weight is just one of the variables that will help us to understand where we are heading towards in our transformation journey. If the weight is fluctuating, the weight will fluctuate. The weight fluctuation is a very normal thing. The weight would fluctuate even on a daily basis. If in one day you weigh yourself like 4 times, once at like 8 a.m., second time at like 2 p.m., third time at like 6 p.m., and last at like 10 p.m., all of the 4 times your body weight would change. Does that mean you are putting body weight and then dropping? Yes, you are putting body weight and dropping body weight, but this is not body fat. Okay, this is body weight. Body weight fluctuations is mostly because of water and food inside our body. That is what creates all of these daily body weight fluctuations. Okay, but tracking our body weight on a daily basis, even if it is fluctuating, it will show us a trend. That suppose it is fluctuating, but overall it is trending downwards, that is a good sign that we are dropping body fat. If it is fluctuating, but the overall trend is going upwards, it is a good sign that the things we are doing is making us put on body fat or put on muscle mass. Overall the weight is going up. Okay, so this is a good variable to track about where we are heading in our transformation journey, but should not be used as the only variable to track our transformation journey. When this one variable is paired with few other variables, like where is our strength, is the strength going up or is the strength going down, how are the energy levels throughout the day, are the energy levels getting better or are we getting down, we are feeling low all of the time and everything. What is happening with the girth measurements, the circumference measurements of our waist, thighs, hips, our arms, chest, all of these things. What is happening with the progress pictures? Progress pictures, how do you look in the pictures? Are you looking better? Are you looking worse? Are you looking fat? Are you looking thin? What is happening with the cloth fittings? The clothes that you wear on a daily basis, they will start getting loose, they will start getting tight, they will start getting loose from different areas and start getting tight at different areas. Okay, now when I was like weighing 76 kgs before I started my photo shoot transformation and everything, you could find all of those things on my Instagram. I'm as fitness engineer Vinay. Just check out my photo shoot transformation journey, you would get inspired. Okay, what the thing was, my chest, my arms, my waist, let's talk about just these three things. All of these things were bigger. Okay, but when I dropped my body fat and I got in a photo shoot lean physique, what happened was, the same t-shirt, I was wearing the same t-shirts, I wear the same t-shirt for all of my podcast. If you would have noticed, you would have noticed. Okay, but the same t-shirt got loose from the belly region and it is almost the same from my chest and my arms region. Okay, so the fittings of your clothes would change. Not all of the things would go down, some of the things need to be maintained, because we don't have to drop everything along with weight. We don't have to drop body, yes, we have to drop body fat, but we have to preserve and rather increase the muscle mass, and no compromises with bone mineral density, connective tissue health, hormonal health, blood plasma levels, organs. All of these things should not be compromised. Okay, so that is how we could check our weight on a daily basis and assess it with all of the other factors and make sure that where we are heading towards in our transformation journey. That is what. But what are the factors that cause daily weight fluctuations? You wake up, you did everything right yesterday, but you woke up and you are weighing more than what you should have weighed today. Does that become frustrating? That does, because I have done this myself. I have tracked myself. I have tracked my weight on a daily basis. I have tracked everything that I tell you. I most probably did it for like 10 years now. Okay, so what we have to make sure is there are just two things that would cause weight fluctuation, just two things, and multiple things that would affect these two things. Number one is water retention. Water retention means our body stores or holds some extra water inside our body. And the second thing is the food inside our gut. Either it is the food that we have ate, or either it is the undigested food that is still in our large intestines waiting to go out. Okay, these two things would create 99% of body weight fluctuations on a daily basis. 1% is still body fat, my friend, and yes, if you are not doing things correctly, there are chances that you could store body fat, and that is the reason why the weight is not going down or it is just heading upwards. Okay, but 99% of times there are just these two things. And what causes water retention, or what causes the food to make an impact on our weighing scale, is number one thing is having excess carbohydrates and salts. Now, having excess carbohydrates don't make us fat, my friend, but what happens is carbohydrates, when we eat those, it gets converted into glucose and glycogen. Okay, it is said that 1 gram of carbohydrate holds around 3 grams of water. Okay, the body is not very robotic and it does not work on numbers, but these are estimates. Okay, so suppose 1 gram of carbohydrate holds 3 ml or 3 grams of water. What would happen is, on the days we party, now just like the client of mine who told me that he was weighing 101 kgs and he was weighing 98.5 kgs, so that means a 2.5 kg increase overnight just within 2 days. How is that even possible? Now let me tell you, my friend, it is very easy to eat a lot of carbs when we are eating a lot of processed food, a lot of junk food. Okay, all of the liquid calories from beer, from alcohol, from cokes, from all of the drinks, all of the juices, it is very easy to consume like hundreds and hundreds of calories without even thinking about it or without even being aware about it. Okay, so that was the thing. Then again, all of the sweets does not cause any satiety whatsoever. We don't even feel that we have had something. We always feel like, let's eat something else, let's eat more, let's eat more, let's eat more, and we just end up eating a lot of things. Pizzas, burgers, and all of these things would make us eat a lot of carbohydrates very easily. Now it is very easy to eat 200 to 50 grams of carbohydrates in one single sitting of like meals like this. Okay, it is difficult, but it is doable. Okay, I won't say it is not doable. It is difficult, of course. To eat 250 grams of carbohydrates in one single meal is very, very difficult if you eat it from good sources. Now if I give you an example, one cucumber just has 100 grams of cucumber, of course, has only 15 calories. 15 calories, out of those 15 calories, it contains somewhere around 3 grams of carbohydrates. Okay, just imagine how many cucumbers you'll have to eat to get like 100 grams of carbohydrates. It would be like a lot of cucumbers that you will have to eat. When you stop eating your carbohydrates from cucumbers, it is very easy to consume carbohydrates from burgers, pizzas, chocolates, cakes, liquid calories, everything. Normal Coke, Pepsi, or whatever sweet drink, cold drink, whatever it is. Even juices, fruit juices are the worst products that we should ever consume. Okay, eat the fruit as a whole, but don't consume fruit juices, especially the ones that are packaged fruit juices. Okay, one glass of fruit juice is somewhere around 150 to 250 calories. Just imagine, my friend, 200 calories would be somewhere around 40, 45, 45, 50 grams of carbohydrates. And that one juice, it does not even feel like we have had something. Okay, beer, all of the liquid calories, alcohol also contains 7 calories per gram. Okay, more than carbohydrates and protein. the amount of calories that the alcohol gives. It is very easy. Means I don't mean to say it is easy. Why I am saying it is easy, I don't understand. But it is difficult, but it is possible. Okay. So suppose this person, this guy, he used to weigh 125 kg. So you could imagine what is his level of appetite if he goes like eating like full binge mode on. So, so he would have consumed a lot of food, my friend. And suppose he would have consumed like 200 grams of carbs. Okay, 200 grams of carbs would hold somewhere around 600 grams of water. 600 grams plus 200 grams, that means he is weighing somewhere around 800 grams extra just because of these 200 grams of extra carbohydrates. So this 800 extra grams on his body is like not permanent. This is temporary. The body has held it because the body has got a lot of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates holds a lot of water. Along with that, there are a lot of snacks, chakna, and a lot of those products along with alcohol and everything contains a lot of salt as well. Salt is also one of the component that holds water inside our body. And when our body holds a lot of water inside our body, this lasts for a day or two. When we get things back at our normal eating pattern, normal routine, the body drops everything. The body does not need this. The body thinks that it needs this when we are eating a lot of carbs and salts and everything. But then again, when the body feels that we don't actually need it, the body would flush everything out. Okay. So he would have ate these, he would have gained weight. The second thing is, with a lot of snacks, with a lot of junk food, we rarely eat any fibers. These snacks, junk foods, and all of these things are especially made to strip out of two nutrients: proteins and fibers. If these fast foods or junk food would have high protein and high fiber content, these would not have been junk foods. They become junk food because they lack protein and they lack fibers. Protein and fibers makes us full a lot faster and keeps us full for a lot longer. That would mean that we would not consume their products as much as we could if they are stripped of protein and fibers. Okay. So that is the marketing strategy, my friend. They want you to consume more of their products. Okay. The goal is to eat more food that makes you eat less food. That's a simple dieting strategy, or a simplest dieting tip that I give to all of my clients. Okay. So a lot of carbs and salts, a lot of food sitting inside his stomach had made this client gain 2.5 kg of weight overnight, or over 2 days overall. And what I told him was simple, that get back to our routine that we had earlier that has already made us drop a lot of weight. He got back to his routine. We had a few process goals. We were focusing on eating good nutritious food that was high in protein, high in fibers, normal meals, normal good full meals, nice and big bowls, nice and big meals. He was eating 4 meals with carbohydrates, no restriction whatsoever, just controlled quantities. Okay. Second thing he was doing was, he had a goal of getting his workouts done every single day. He had a goal of hitting a certain number of steps every day. He had a sleep goal that he had to sleep at 11 p.m. every single day or night, basically. He did it for 2 days, Sunday and Monday. And on Tuesday, he replied to me with, "Hi coach, I weigh 98.3 kgs. That means that he has dropped everything that he has gained plus 200 extra grams. This is because he would also drop body fat when he creates a calorie deficit, when he eats good food, when he has good sleep, when he drinks a lot of water, when he eats a lot of fiber. The body would flush out everything, all of the undigested food inside his body, all of the unnecessary water that the body has held. Body had flushed it out everything. Plus he was also in a calorie deficit. He also dropped 200 extra grams. And that's how the body weight could fluctuate even like 2.5 to 2.7 kgs, and this could happen within a matter of just a week or so. Okay. So don't be worried about the weight going up or the weight going down. If you are stressed, or if you observe that the weight is going up or going down, just look at these factors. These factors would make it predictable for you that why the weight has gone up and how to bring it down. Okay. Consuming excess carbohydrates and salts would make your body retain water. Your body would hold a lot of water, and that's why your weight would be slightly more on the next morning. Okay. Second thing is stress. A lot of stress, not proper sleep and everything would also make you retain a lot of water. Intense workouts also holds a lot of water inside your body. It is because the body also wants a lot of nutrients to be there at the target muscle available for the recovery, for the nutrients to get into the muscles and help with the speeding up the recovery process and everything. So even intense workouts could hold a little bit of water. So intense workouts are something that we have to do regularly. But what happens is, when we predictably weigh ourselves every day and we are working out consistently, the amount of error just goes down, and the slight water retention due to workouts is just nullified, and we don't just get that kind of a result. Okay, then the next thing is are circumstances that we weigh ourselves in. So suppose it is winters here and it is too cold out here. Okay, today you woke up, you are having a hoodie, you are wearing a full nice thick pant, and you are weighing 1 kg 500 grams extra. This is not because of body weight fluctuation or body fat or anything else. This is because of the clothes. Tomorrow there would be summers, you would be there in like sleeveless and shorts and everything, you would weigh 1 kg 500 gram less. This is not because of your body weight, body fat, anything. This is because of the clothes that you have put on. Okay, then when we talk about the same circumstances, this also means that keeping the timing of weighing yourself same, food intake, water intake the same, sleep the same. That means that we use a very simple protocol at Fitness Engineers Squad. It is called as FAB protocol. FAB, F-A-B. What that means is, F means fasted. We have to weigh ourselves fasted, okay, after using the washroom and before eating or drinking anything. As simple as that. That is an acronym. FAB, F-A-B, fasted after using the washroom, before eating or drinking anything. This makes sure that we are in the same circumstances and avoiding a lot of chances of errors as much as we could. Okay, so this is what would be causing a lot of your water weight fluctuations. The second thing that would cause fluctuations is food. Okay, if you eat something, or if you weigh at like 12 p.m. and you are like, you ate a breakfast, nice and heavy breakfast, it is a very normal thing that the food is there inside your body. That food would reflect on the weighing scale. Okay, so don't eat food before weighing yourself. Weigh before eating anything, before drinking anything, and that is as simple as that. But apart from that, even if you are constipated, if the bowel movement hasn't been clear, there would still be some undigested food inside your body, and that would reflect on the weighing scale. The weighing scale does not understand whether it is body fat going up, body fat going down, the muscle mass going up, undigested food sitting inside the body, water the body has retained, and the body weight scale does not understand. The body weight scale is a dumb thing. Okay. But we are smart, we are not dumb, so we have to interpret the data nicely. The data is of no means or no importance if it is not interpreted well and we don't use it well. Okay, data is dumb. We are smart. We have to decode the data and take actions accordingly to change it. Okay, so these are the factors. When the weight just fluctuates, just goes up and down, don't get disappointed, don't get frustrated. Check out, did you do something that has made you retain water? Did you do something that has made you constipated and the bowel movement hasn't been clear? If these are the two things, that's the answer, my friend. Get these things sorted and you will again weigh the same that you should have weighed. But this is a normal part of our daily life. Our lives are not static, and there are things that would go up and down on a daily basis, and be rest assured about this. Just make sure that you're weighing on a daily basis and keeping a check of all of these factors on the days the data are like too up or down. And one more case when the body weight fluctuates is, especially for the females, is during their menstrual cycle. Now I would be making a detailed episode on the menstrual cycle and how to use it for our advantage, how to track and be predictable about our mood swings, about the weight fluctuations, about our strength levels, about scheduling our treat meals and everything. I would make a detailed episode about this. But when females are in the second half of their menstrual cycle, this is called as the luteal phase of the menstrual cycle. There is a hormone in female body called as progesterone. Okay, this hormone goes on increasing during the luteal phase, that is the second half of the menstrual cycle. And during this, what happens is the body starts holding a little bit of water, And this little bit of water, then again, the body weight, just like we talked about, is a dumb thing. It does not understand anything, it just gives us a number. So it is absolutely normal to weigh slightly more in the second half, or especially when you would be expecting to have your periods. Okay, so this is the phase when you be rest assured, this is not the body fat gain, this is just your body has retained a little bit of water. That's it. Okay, after the luteal phase, after the 5 to 7 days of the periods, this luteal phase, how long does it last, how much water weight you would hold, or how long the periods would last? Sometimes it is 28 days to 35 days, and anything in between is also normal. No problem with that. How much amount of weight you would put on, how much amount of weight you would drop in this phase is absolutely unique to unique individuals. Okay, it is not like the same that you would gain like 2 kgs and you would drop 2 kgs and this is the amount. That does not happen like that. Okay, so in the luteal phase, progesterone hormone, water retention, and that's why you would weigh slightly more. And this could be a very good sign that you could expect your periods and plan things accordingly, and this could give you a good insight about your own health and make things more predictable for you. Okay, so these were the things that causes daily weight fluctuations. So when we have a clear idea, when we have the right knowledge, it is very easy for us to set realistic expectations from the process. And even on the days we don't see the weighing scale going in the direction that we want it to, and we know all of these things, that what could be the reasons that could cause these weight fluctuations, we don't get frustrated, we don't get disappointed, and it gives us a lot of peace of mind. That's what, my friend. I hope you learned something new, something valuable. If you did, drop a comment below and tell me what was the best thing that you learned it from today's episode. That would make my day, my friend. And do share it with someone who could benefit from this, who gets frustrated, who gets disappointed, and always quits their transformation journey when at the slightest of weight fluctuations. Okay, that would make me too happy and inspire me to put on more such valuable episodes for you. That's all from today's episode, my friend. Vinay here, signing off. See you for the next one.